I'm in Nha Trang, Vietnam. Why? Let's call it circumstance and subsistence. 5 years have passed since I was last here. Some big changes. It seems the difference isn't in shopping malls and new tall towers so much as this pandemic that seems to have swept away any sign of a vacation escape feel to this seaside party paradise. As they say, the situation has become very complicated in Vietnam. So I'm here now and exploring the city. What I end up experiencing is nothing even close to feeling like I'm on a beach holiday. I'm John Sabot, and these are my Far East travels. The sights are familiar, but the surroundings are different. No crowds, no tourists, just locals, longtime expats, and the few foreigners that haven't departed, waiting for things to turn around or cutting their losses, selling their bikes, organizing their moving sales, and planning a window to escape. When I first arrived here this time around, there was still some life on the streets and on the beach, and although the vibrant party atmosphere was missing, there was still the essence of a place that offers sun, sand, waves, and fun. Maybe like a resort in off season. As shocking as this may look, this absence or lack of the all-important tourist vibe or atmosphere in a place like Nha Trang is happening all across Southeast Asia, perhaps far worse in some cases than what you're seeing right now in Vietnam. It won't be a typical vacation in Nha Trang, but somehow I still feel I'll pull out a memorable experience, even if it's just the daily beer on my balcony in the early evening while listening to the loudspeaker announcements I don't understand, broken up by patriotic musical interludes and on-the-hour tones. No doubt I'll remember this time in Nha Trang. I stumbled on these train tracks behind the cathedral. I recall them from my last visit, but not the dog. It's a couple of days before the hard lockdown, and I'm getting out to explore a little bit before I'm confined to my apartment, only to go out for essentials. In the bag is my vegetarian rice for lunch I picked up. Many restaurants will close, and it will be very challenging finding a Grab delivery person to fill an order for the places that are still open. Not too soon after, all food deliveries will cease. I haven't cooked this much since I arrived in Vietnam, if you want to call mixing jars and cans of ingredients and calling it a pasta dish cooking. I doubt any foreigner has cooked much either since they started living in this food paradise. Why would you? The lack of street activity and presence of people takes the life out of any place, but especially here, where you can get a banh mi and a haircut on the sidewalk within a few steps. The local market has turned from a vibrant place of business to a drive-through, a pickup depot, utilitarian, lacking the infectious atmosphere that sparks more bargaining and shopping. Alleys that were filled with happy hour regulars are empty except for an odd motorbike passing through and some cars dressed up as ghosts. Taking another walk through the streets that are familiar to people like me that have visited Nha Trang and are reminded of the food and drinks that added to their memories of staying here on a north-south or south-north of Vietnam. Feeling grateful you got a table on a busy night without a reservation. Picturesque Tran Phu Street with its inviting palms and walkways, deserted, and no onlookers allowed. I borrow a view from a friend's 21st floor apartment. The Trang Bay, looking as beautiful as ever. Stunning, in fact. Chosen by Travel and Leisure as one of 29 of the most beautiful bays in the world. Somehow, looking at it, I sense or feel it doesn't seem to be bothered much by the lack of activity. Bamboo Island, home to the Vin Pearl Amusement Park. Not a scream from a thrill ride in weeks. At this point, I really had no idea that this lockdown I was about to begin would feel as long as it has. I just want to go back for a moment and remember Nha Trang from my last visit. The train station where my passage to Da Nang was delayed for 3 hours and how I didn't care. Its parking lot filled with travelers and food carts. The Nha Trang Cathedral, its courtyard with locals and followers streaming up and down its staircase. Its surrounding streets buzzing with traffic. Now it's quiet with metal gates and guards asking for passes and people dressed in baggy blue suits on bikes heading to their next testing site. I just want to go back and remember the places that still remain in my soul here, the people that always return to smile, and the awesome presence of spirit. The sites that inspired me with their breathtaking ancient architecture. Forms that invite a higher level of vibration and being. And the beauty of belief, history, and the loving way culture is shared. And the unencumbered feeling of being able to connect with one another despite coming from completely different lives. I know what I see now, and it's heartbreaking, but I'm also fortunate to know what's possible and what can be again. So for now, I sit here in lockdown like everyone else, waiting for those days to return. And grateful for this time that allows me to appreciate the goodness I have experienced, the beautiful souls I've been so fortunate to have met, and the impact they've had on me. It's truly beyond anything I could have ever possibly imagined. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, more videos on the channel from Vietnam, East Asia, Southeast Asia, and South Asia, so do subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, that'd be really cool. A couple of links below in the video description. If you want to help out, anything, everything is very much appreciated. Thanks again. Unprecedented times we live in. Please be safe. Tashi Delay, Namaste, and peace from Vietnam.